This is a tip for my artists and singers and songwriters that record in Ableton. If you are struggling with your session being a little bit too slow where you might sing and there is a delay, here's some easy ways to fix that. The first one, and I highly do recommend, is to make sure that you are turning off this insert button. This will make sure that you're not hearing your direct vocal from your headphones, and make sure that you can just kind of one cuff it, basically keeping one cuff on one ear and leaving the other one open so you can hear a more live version of it. The next thing I do recommend is changing your buffer size. As you can see right here, buffer size is at 2048 samples, which is insane. The quality is going to be a lot higher, but we don't need that for recording. Recording, we want a low latency environment, so we want to go down to as low as possible. 32 is pretty crazy. There's only going to be 2.72 milliseconds of output latency, which is almost inaudible. You're not really going to be able to tell it, but if you want to fix that, you can actually type in driver error correction, which will hopefully adjust it a little bit so there's not really any latency occurring in your headphones or in your actual speakers. What this means is that it's actually taking this output latency and adding a negative value to make sure that it's coming in exactly here. So if you do speak into the microphone and play something in the background, you're gonna be able to sing completely in tempo. The other thing I do recommend is that if you are recording in a session where there's a bunch of things happening and you're recording and there's a bunch of pops and clicks, you can slowly turn up your buffer size in order to get to a place that's a little bit better and easier to understand. You can even see 7 seconds is pretty inaudible when it comes to recording, because as long as you're consistently behind, you can actually just nudge the entire vocal forward to make sure that everything is in tempo and in time. One other way too, to make sure that you are singing in tempo and making your life easier, is use a click track. And this on Ableton is very easy to do. Just go and press click. You can actually change the sound as well as the count in. I personally recommend just turning off the count in because it delays the amount of time. You're better off just starting like 2 bars before and then just jumping in. The other thing I do recommend is if for whatever reason the click track is way too damn loud, you can go to this bottom right hand corner right here and turn down this input setting. Basically, this is the click volume. So if you play it, you can adjust it and turn it down from there. So I do recommend having it audible, but low enough where it's not getting picked up by your headphones, and making sure that it's not getting picked up when you do recording. And the final tip I have is that if you are recording in a session where there's way too much happening and you need to get some more CPU, I recommend bouncing a WAV file of the whole song, bring it into another session and record vocals just there. You're just going to be working with a 2-track and making it a lot easier to track your vocals. And once you're done, if you do save it in the same folder as your original project, you can just pull the vocals directly into your next session and make it a lot easier for you when you do want to have everything in one spot. Like and follow for more Ableton tips, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.